GosuGamers.net. We're here on the last day of the Dreamhack playoffs, and I'm sitting here with Zerg Swedish player Naugrim. He's going to play against Datobi in the first round. How are you going to beat him?
I have a game plan in my head for sure. I've practiced a lot on IC Cup for TSL, and also versus Spucks, and they have quite similar play styles, but different unit combinations. So I feel confident.
You reached the playoff after defeating first a Dutch player called Sif. How did that match go?
That match was pretty easy, but he could play for sure. I think the best game was on Heartbreak Ridge, where I did some Muta switch, starting off with Hydras, and that won with me the game. But yeah.
And then you went on to play Spooks. I think it was a pretty tight game. Could you go over the details on that one too?
Yeah, sure. The first game was on Python, and he started with a 9-9 2-gate in his natural expansion, and I started with overpool, I mean 9 pool, and I defeated the rush without losing any Zerglings because he only pressured, he didn't really attack. But the thing is, I made links, too many links, so I was far behind. And then I thought that maybe I should try and make a fake expand. So I did, and he took the bait. He moved all his zealots towards the expansion, and then I just cancelled and stabbed his base with the links. I took out a lot of probes. And then we continued and played a 25-minute game, and then eventually I ended up winning.
So you've only played two matches in the playoffs. What have you been doing when you finished? What have you been doing yesterday?
We took a bath at the bathhouse, and that was nice. Shower and stuff. And you know, just socializing with friends, playing Starcraft.
You haven't played any Starcraft 2, you told me earlier, but what are your impressions of the game so far?
I think the graphics are really nice, and also I like the differences between the races, just like Brood War. But I still feel that it's kind of slow. Some units are very fast, like Starcraft Brood War. For example, Zerglings, extremely fast. But then there are some other units like the Thor and the Colossus. But you know, there are slow units in Brood War as well.
Yeah.
But the main problem is outmining and multi-building selecting, for sure. I think that ruins the mechanical side of the game.
So when Starcraft 2 once hits, will you transcend and move to Starcraft 2, or will you continue playing Starcraft Brood War?
It really depends on you know, if all players switch to Brood War. I think they will, at least for a short period of time, to just try it out. And I will do that as well. And if the game is really good and has a lot of potential in it, then I will switch, I think, to Starcraft 2.
Okay, but now it's all about Starcraft 1, and you're going to play Datobi. Then if you defeat him, you might play Heypro or maybe Enivid. Which player would you rather play in the semifinals?
Heypro. You know, we played each other so much, and I feel confident I can beat him.
For those of you who don't know, Hey Pro plays Terran versus Zerg, but he's usually Zerg playing the other races. Do you think? Why do you think it's so common for foreign Zerg players to switch to Terran in Zerg versus Zerg? You take Ret for example.
I think early on, like 1 or 2 years ago, the CVC matchup was considered very much luck-based. And nowadays, of course, you can win. You can have a build order win, but that still doesn't win you the game, unless you go for something really risky. So I think that's the main reason, because it was so much luck, and they didn't want to lose versus worse players, because they lost some build order or something.
But you still play Zerg versus Zerg, right?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a very fast and exciting matchup. So, yeah.
On the other side of the bracket, we have the Russian Terran player Brat OK. Many consider him to be the absolute favorite, but Spooks told earlier in an interview that you might be able to beat him. He sees you as the favorite. What do you think about that?
This is a LAN, so I get so nervous. I remember playing versus Demaga in the summer, Dreamhack summer, earlier this year, and I lost due to nerves, though I had a really great advantage. But I think it depends on how nervous I am. To be honest, I've never lost to Brat OK in a series of best of 3 or best of 5. So I won't let him win again today.
That sounds good. Well, I wish you best of luck in the playoffs, and have a good Dreamhack.